You're listening to Puma Podcast.
Hi, I'm Bella Perez Rubio, Puma Podcast for Teka Teka News. In this episode,
Was surprised to hear that a member or a ranking official of the Commission on Human Rights was espousing the decriminalization of abortion. And being a devout Catholic, I believe that it is against the teachings of our church, of the Catholic Church, and I am against abortion.
with their 2024 budget on the line, the Commission on Human Rights was forced by male senators to explicitly denounce abortion, going against previous statements it has made in support of decriminalizing it.
If they do not give me or the Senate a stand on abortion or against abortion, then I have to talk to my colleagues to give them a zero budget.
Walang problema po yung ibang pinupush ng CHR for empowering women, reproductive health, etc. No? SOGI bill, we'll all have our opinion there. But kasama sa pinupush allegedly is abortion, to decriminalize abortion.
That's Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, speaking last November 2023 at a budget hearing for the Commission on Human Rights.
Personally, I am against abortion. I am a devout Catholic, and it is against the teachings of the Church. And it is penalized under existing laws. And if ever the CHR is in favor of the abortion, I will be the first one to oppose.
Senator Jinggoy Estrada was tasked with sponsoring or defending the CHR's budget for 2024. But he learned during the hearing that previous statements made by the Commission's executive director, Jacqueline De Guia, went against his religious beliefs.
If this is the position of the CHR and if it favors abortion, I will not defend this budget, Mr. President. Because there is no way that I will support abortion.
Thank
Mr.
you for that,
President.
Mr.
Here's Senator Joel Villanueva, whose father founded the Jesus is Lord Church.
Whatever commission that is, espousing this position to uphold or at least decriminalize abortion, then perhaps we should abort the deliberation of their budget, Mr. President.
And here's Senate President Miguel Zubiri.
May I also put on record that this representation, Senate President of the Philippines, is vehemently against abortion at any stage. I just want to put that on record so that I can put in the records of this August chamber that there are people who are willing to fight for life, not for death. Particularly defenseless children who have no opportunity to have a voice of their own. In the United States, dear gentlemen, they're already allowing late-stage abortion on the third trimester. My God forgive them. I would not be able to approve the budget either.
Under threat of having its budget slashed, the CHR wrote to Zubiri, stating that it was, quote, against abortion save for extreme circumstances, unquote. Specifically the need to terminate for medical reasons. In previous statements, the CHR expressed support for bills seeking to decriminalize abortion, citing the prevalence of unsafe and fatal abortions in the country. The Senate eventually passed the Commission on Human Rights 2024 budget of 934 million pesos. That's only half of the 1.9 billion pesos the CHR initially asked for.
What I see is a bunch of lawmakers trying to copy the United States, no? A bunch of lawmakers trying to be like MAGA Republicans, no? Taking, advocating culture wars or taking the moral high ground, no? Without really realizing that it's really up to them. It's really up to Congress to allow that to happen or not.
That's law lecturer and political analyst Michael Yusingco.
There shouldn't be any instances where a president or a lawmaker would threaten the CHR of a zero budget, because that actually diminishes our constitutional order, right? If you look at the CHR that way, that you can actually manipulate the CHR to what you want. If you're a president or if you're a Congress, then you miss the whole point of the CHR having an important role in our constitutional order.
Senators like Alan Peter Cayetano argue that they were actually upholding the Constitution.
But as far as abortion is concerned, it is settled in our Philippine Constitution. Article 2, Section 12, the state recognizes the sanctity of family life and shall protect and strengthen the family as a basic autonomous social institution. It shall equally protect the life of the mother and the life of the unborn from conception. So our Constitution is quite unique. So meaning, the executive director of a very sensitive commission is giving her own opinion which is contrary to the Philippine Constitution.
But what's unconstitutional, according to Attorney Yusingco, is using the budget process to influence how government agencies do their work.
So that kind of budget deliberations that lawmakers actually threatening the CHR under the pretense that they are protecting morality, that actually is more indicative of a shallow understanding of our Constitution, a very poor understanding of our constitutional order, the constitutional makeup of our country, precisely because they are disrespecting the CHR.
In the Philippines, there are no exceptions to the ban on abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, fetal impairment, or high-risk pregnancies. That doesn't stop the 1.1 million abortions that take place here each year, or the deaths of 1,000 Filipino women, roughly 3 per day, due to abortion complications. The United Nations, Amnesty International, and Human Rights Watch are just a few of the humanitarian organizations that agree that access to abortion is a human right. All three have urged the Philippines to decriminalize it. Senator Risa Hontiveros is one of the few lawmakers who support decriminalizing abortion. She was not present when her male colleagues strong-armed the CHR into reversing its position. As a candidate for the presidency, Bongbong Marcos said in an interview that children, victims of rape and incest, to name a few, should be given access to abortion.
For me, the bottom line is, when it comes to the subject of abortion, it is a woman's decision because it is her body.
So far, his administration has not made moves to give women the right to make that decision. And that was today's episode of Teka Teka News. Again, I'm Bella Perez Rubio. Pidoy Blanco edited this episode. Our executive producer is Jill Caro, and our senior news editor is Veronica Uy. Thanks for listening.